This installation video will cover many single-control high-arc kitchen faucets. This faucet can be installed on a 2-hole or a 4-hole application with a side spray, or a 1-hole or 3-hole application without the side spray. Please confirm your model number applies to this video on our website prior to installation. For this video installation, we'll be using the Solo single-control kitchen faucet and showing how to install the faucet in all 4 sink applications. This product should be installed in accordance with all local and state building codes. If you don't see your faucet's name or model number associated with any posted video, call 1-800-P-FAUCET. That's 1-800-732-8238 to speak to a customer service specialist. Or visit pfisterfaucets.com to download your step-by-step instruction manual. These are the recommended tools that you'll need for this installation: a screwdriver, plumber's putty, 2 adjustable wrenches, and some safety glasses or goggles. Additional helpful tools are a flashlight and a cleanup cloth. Some installations may require new shutoff valves or other additional tools, which are not covered in this video. Check our Tools and Tips video on our website for further information. Now, you've already removed your old faucet and cleaned the area of the sink where your new faucet will go. Your water supply valves are still shut off, so let's get started. Take your new faucet out of the box. You should have the following items: 1 pre-assembled faucet, 1 deck plate with attached putty plate and 2 wing nuts, a pre-assembled side sprayer with 1 wing nut attached, 1 aerator tool, 2 inlet connectors, 2 inlet connector pins, and 1 quick install tool. This model also includes a plug, which is required when installing the faucet without a side spray. When installing your faucet without a side spray, insert the plug into the diverter as shown. Check to make sure the plug is secure by pulling down. If installing your faucet with a side spray, skip this step and follow the steps shown during the side spray installation portion of this video. Before installing your new faucet, you'll need to do a little disassembling in order to remove the parts that you'll use to secure it to the sink. Remove the long mounting nut and horseshoe washer. When installing the faucet to a 3-hole or 4-hole sink, you will use the deck plate to cover the holes. Remove the 2 wing nuts from the threaded posts on the deck plate. When installing the faucet with a side spray, you will need to remove the wing nut. Set all disassembled parts aside for the moment. To mount your new faucet into a 1- or 2-hole sink, start by applying plumber's putty in the groove along the bottom outer edge of the putty ring. Then insert the faucet through the putty ring and through the hole in the sink. Slide the horseshoe metal washer up on the threaded mounting post. Be sure that the metal bumps on the washer are facing up. And then thread the long mounting nut onto the post to secure it to the sink. And use your quick install tool to tighten the long mounting nut. Insert a screwdriver through the holes in the tool to turn and tighten the long mounting nut and secure your faucet to the sink. When installing the faucet to a 3-hole or 4-hole sink, you will use the deck plate to cover the holes. To mount your new faucet into a 3- or 4-hole sink, start by applying plumber's putty in the groove along the bottom outer edge of the putty plate. Mate the putty plate to the bottom of the deck plate and then insert the faucet through the deck plate and through the holes in the sink. Slide the horseshoe metal washer up on the threaded mounting post. Be sure that the metal bumps on the washer are facing up. And then thread the long mounting nut onto the post to secure it to the sink. And use your quick install tool to tighten the long mounting nut. Insert a screwdriver through the holes in the tool to turn and tighten the long mounting nut and secure your faucet to the sink. Hand tighten the 2 wing nuts to the threaded posts to secure the deck plate. The next steps will cover how to install a side spray. First, insert the hose guide and side spray hose through the gasket and then into the sink hole. Feed the wing nut up and over the hose and thread onto the hose guide by hand. To connect the side spray, push the end of the hose up and into the diverter. Push until there's a hard stop and you are unable to push further. Pull down the hose and confirm that it does not disconnect from the diverter. Note, you should notice that the inner collet on the diverter separates as you pull down but remains secure. If you ever want to disconnect the hose once it's installed, press up on the inner collet so it remains flush with the diverter, which will allow you to remove the side spray hose. Now you're ready to connect the existing water lines to the faucet. Hot always connects to the left inlet, and cold water supply lines connect to the right inlet. Also notice that the hot water line has a piece of tape attached to it, and it's a bit longer to differentiate it from the cold line. First, you want to gently pull and separate the two water supply lines about, well, no more than an inch apart to give you some room to work with. Next, remove the protective caps on both of the water lines. Take the two inlet line adapters that came with your faucet and thread them onto your existing water supply lines. Tightly hold the nut of the water supply line in place with an adjustable wrench, and use another adjustable wrench to tighten the adapters for both the hot and cold water supply lines. Then connect them to the faucet supply lines by pushing them up until there's a hard stop, and secure them by inserting the clips into and through the windows of the adapter. Do this for both lines. All that's left to do now is to check for leaks. Go back under the sink and turn on the hot and cold water valves. Make sure the water lines are not dripping or spraying any water. Return topside, and before you run any water, be sure to unscrew the aerator using the aerator tool and run your water full for about 15 seconds on both hot and cold to clean out the line. Again, check for any leaks. Screw back on the aerator and also check to see that the faucet's single control handle is functioning properly. Make certain that the side spray pulls out and seats properly and that the spray function is operating. We hope this video has made your DIY experience a success. Visit us at pfisterfaucets.com for more tips and tools for your DIY projects. At Pfister, your experience matters to us, and we are committed to providing you the finest products and best customer experience. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact us online or at our toll-free telephone number displayed on your screen. Pfister. It's the experience that matters.